She was a part of the first class of Gates Millennium Scholars. She is a member of Alpha Phi Delta Kappa and a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Dr. Gill has been featured as part of the United Negro College Fund, Eating the Stars, and has been profiled on networks such as NBC, NSNBC, BET, and WGN. She has won numerous honors and awards and has mostly received recognition of her book, Champions Break Chains. Dr. Gill serves as a radio personality with public radio and regularly heard on WVON. Please welcome Dr. Chandra Gill.
Good evening. Good evening. How y'all doing? Good. Okay, how y'all be? Good. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I get excited. See, I grew up in the hood, right? So I hit a PhD in the MSNBC, the BET, and all that other stuff, but I grew up in the hood, and sometimes people didn't make it out. Sometimes people didn't make it to this point, so I don't know about y'all, but I get excited. So can we get excited about the fact that we had a graduation today? I'm just saying, the class of 2012, I'm just saying. Oh, y'all ain't happy? I'm just saying. There were a lot of people that said you couldn't make it. There were a lot of people that said you couldn't do it. There were those who didn't think that you would get here. You defied every odds. You showed the statistic that you ain't that. Get excited because the best is yet to come. I'm going to just be before you a couple of minutes because if you're anything like me, again, some of y'all got reservations at restaurants and you ready to go. It's time to eat. And the one thing I know not to be is a speaker that'll bore you and keep you away from that meal. But I have to do what I have to do because at this time we're at a critical time. I grew up on the south side of Chicago. I want to use myself as an example for the next few moments to the graduates because I want you to know that irrespective of what you're going through, there's nothing that can stop you from getting what you want but you. There is no vacant lot, no dodged bullet, and no abandoned building that can stop you from getting where you are supposed to be. So I'm going to be very brief. Yes, I have a bachelor's in sociology. Yes, I have a master's in educational policy studies. Yes, I have a PhD in educational policy studies. I'm not ashamed of my intelligence and I'm not ashamed of my blackness. I'm black and I'm intelligent. I'm cool with that. Just getting started, Miss Perry. I am the CEO of Blackademically Speaking. What is that? I'm so glad you asked. Blackademically Speaking says, bottom line, that it's cool to be black and it's cool to speak about being positively black. It's cool to be academically focused because it was smart, black, academically focused people that built this country. So what is Blackademically Speaking as a company? Blackademically Speaking delivers motivational content, products, and services that says, if you're going to rock a white tee, put something on the front of it that means something because it's time that we raise up from this foolishness we're in. And for those of you who are sitting there saying, well, where'd she get that word? Well, I ask you, where did Google come from? Where Facebook come from? Where YouTube come from? Those weren't words 10 years ago, so I use my intelligence to make up a word to change our conditions. So welcome to Blackademically Speaking. So in getting to this, because I have to leave you guys with some words. It would be remiss of me to think that I can't give you as graduates some words, but whenever I speak, I know that this calling on my life is not just for the graduates, for the parents. Because there are those who came to here to see the graduates leave and to go on to that next level. But some of y'all need a word. And if I was in another building, I would give you another word, but I'm going to keep it specific to this building. Because if I was in another building, I'll tell you about the words that changed my life, the words that altered my life, the words that grew my life. But this ain't that type of function. Catch me afterwards, my cards are out front. I'm here to talk about a word for the graduates. What are these words that we need? This principle of mind. What words can we leave our students? I have the audacity to know that the words that we need are powerful lean on Nikki Giovanni. I'm here to talk about some words today. Some words. So as I build this, dinner reservations in an hour, I got you. As I build this, I want to give you some words as the footstep of the staircase of knowledge I'm giving you. Dr. King suggested that the function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character, that is the goal of true education. Dr. King also said in his not so popular mechanism that people choose not to say, nothing in the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. Let that marinate well from. Today is a very big day. Posit that in the back of your mind. And as much as it's the end today, it really is a beginning. You've been waiting for a long time to get here. But I want to tell you something. Y'all better treasure this time, because sooner than later you're going to be 21, then you're going to be 25, then you're going to be 30. I know y'all sitting there like, oh, bring it on, but Miss Dyer and Miss Perry can tell you, it just seemed like yesterday we were at the University of Illinois. Now we sitting up here watching folks graduate. You'll wish you had these days back. See, I'm from the old school. If I could have a little bit more, time. In the spirit of the words to my graduates class of 2012, as I build this in the spirit of King, I got to fast forward into some grandmamas and grandfathers who said stuff like, watch the company you keep. Watch who you call friend. Miss Mary, because academically speaking, I say it like this, watch who you call friend, because there are 3 letters at the end of the word, E-N-D, and they can be your. I got to go off grandma. I want y'all to get this twisted off the PhDs, because I had a grandma who said, a hard head make a real soft body. I got to talk to class of 2012 and tell you, you'll have to sleep in that bed you make. Watch these decisions you made today. Then you have some mamas who will catch you in aisle 7 at Walgreens who wouldn't even say nothing, just look at you and say, I brought you in this world and I will. And guess what? My mama meant that. I believed my mama. Then you got people who say respect don't cost a dime. You don't think fat meat is? Some of y'all grew up. I'll leave you with a couple more. One of my favorites that my mother said, and this is for the 2012, take any of them and deposit them into your own intellectual bank account and withdraw them as necessary. Remember the faces of the people you see when life takes you up somewhere, and speak to all of them, because you might need those same people if and when you should ever come back down. Last one, in the spirit of grandma and granddaddy. When you, knowing that there's some character, as King said, that goes with this educational platform. Don't go to college and embarrass me. Don't get down there and lose your mind. And don't come back without a degree, I'm just saying. Academically speaking, reaches back to the tradition of a James Brown who said, say it loud. I believe in call and response, in case you can't tell. But for those hip-hop heads in the room, academically speaking reaches across genres from James Brown and borrows from special ed. And then epistemologically and sociologically and philosophically uses my degree in training. And it says, I'm outspoken, my language is broken into a slang, but it's just that. Y'all don't know, okay, y'all ain't hip-hop. I'm outspoken, my language is broken into a slang, but it's just the dialect that I select when I hang special ed. I got it made, dun-dun-dun. But then class of 2012, I gotta take the last few minutes that I have left and go with some of those old school folk in the house who used to hit a song. Mama used to say, take your time, young man. Mama used to say, don't you? Because mama used to say, take it in your stride. Mama used to say, live your life. Live your life. You guys, I'm getting to the essence of this conversation today. I want to leave you with something that's important to class of 2012. Because we have too many overpopulated jail cells. We have underpopulated classrooms. I got a problem with the fact that we got two words, Trayvon Martin, who's supposed to be sitting where you are, who's not here. People ask why I do what I do and why I'm not at Yale and Harvard. I have nothing against Harvard and Yale, but if I don't come back to the hood to see that you get to Harvard and Yale, I have defeated my purpose with a degree. See, today ain't about you going to college. I said it like that. If you need me to sociologically and theoretically put it in the framework, I can do that too, but I'm from the streets to the sweets, back to the streets. Today ain't about you going to college. Today is about you finishing college. I don't want, y'all better watch the smoke screens if I can have a little bit more of your time. We don't want the 100% college acceptance. We want the 100% college completion. So, I'm not here to paint a dismal picture, but I got to give you students something to understand. Mark Zuckerberg, we thank God for Facebook and what he gave us. We thank God for Steve Jobs. But the tragedy in this is for me to believe with all of what the Lord has given me that there is not that same ingenuity, that same genius in Inglewood and Austin. Do I not believe that Longdale can create a YouTube? Do I believe that all we can do is consume and give our money and only to live like we live? I think not. So let me help paint the picture for you so